staying smart, put the pressure on, break them, take them out. Yeah.
Today, I'm joined by 5-0 Bellator Lightweight Justin Montalvo. How's it going today, man?
Good, man. Just finished training. Got some good work in.
Good. Yeah. How's the training been going? Everything around the gym? Everything good?
Yeah, just doing the same old I usually do. Just training as hard as I can, give it my all, and go put on a show for everybody.
For sure, man. I want to get right into it. So I've seen you sort of hinting online that 6-0 is coming soon for you, right? Are you in talks for like any upcoming fights or anything like that? Have there been any discussions?
Yeah, something's in the works for sure. I'm not sure if I could say it, but something soon is coming. I'll post about it when should be the next few weeks, next week or two. I'll post about it.
So people could expect an announcement come soon?
Yep.
Awesome, man. We're looking forward to that. So speaking of fights, right? What do you make of your last win at Bellator 274 back in February?
Yeah, it was a good one. I was excited for that matchup. I know that he had like a 10-second finish. And so that was like the big thing with him. But I figured he'd start out quick, but just like I thought, he died down. Yeah, so it was a good one for me. I was able to kind of like close out like a little bit of a hype that he had and just prove that I could, hang with the bigger guys.
Was there anything you didn't expect in that fight? Anything that caught you off guard at all or anything?
I know he wore like a I Love Boxing shirt. I expected a little more punches. He was kicking a lot. So the kicks, maybe I didn't expect.
Yeah. So obviously that was your second fight in Bellator, right? First fight was obviously a little bit different. You still won, but the result was a little bit different, right? Was the preparation different this time around, meaning your second fight from that first go around?
Yeah, the first one, the guy was a little more. He was tough, and I don't think he was as much of like a quick starter. He was kind of like a grappler, kept trying to take me down, take me down. So he did pretty good surviving. He was tough too. He was able to eat a lot of my shots. So I couldn't get the finish, but they said it was good either way because I was able to test my cardio and prove that I could, stay in there for the whole 15 minutes.
And how'd you feel coming out of that fight? Did you have any injuries or any nicks or anything like that? It was obviously a quick fight.
Yeah, my hand a little bit, my thumb, but I got it all fixed now. I'm all good to go now.
So I guess sort of diving into like what would be next for you now, obviously, is there's nothing you want next? Is there anyone you want or anything specifically, or you just want whoever they put in front of you?
Yeah, I think something's already almost official, it's almost official. So
Okay.
probably in like a week or so, I'll post about it.
Yeah.
I don't know how much I'm allowed to say about it yet, but
So obviously you can't give away too much, but as far as maybe not your next fight, but like in the immediate future, are you looking for ranked guys like right now? Do you feel like you're ready to size up to those guys?
yeah, I know that yeah, they're gonna be giving me tough guys now, and it's gonna be an opportunity for me to get a title fight real soon. I could see it because if I keep doing what I'm doing, I'll have a title fight within 3 fights, 2 fights probably.
So yeah, man, it looks like you don't seem to shy away from, how good you are and, the being very successful. You obviously have a picture with the belt and everything. Is that something that you want? Is that the ultimate goal here at Bellator?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I train with the best guys at the gym, guys that one of them's already a UFC champion, and one's on the way to we get on the way to go having another UFC champion. So I think I'm more than ready to get this Bellator strap in the future, and then go into the UFC or see what happens. Just one step at a time. Just so everything works out.
And the UFC champion you referred to, if you don't mind, who is that?
Oh, Aljamain Sterling.
Aljamain Sterling. That's right. I thought you said future UFC champion. You said current, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then another one coming up, which is probably like
Gotcha.
Marab next.
Marab, that's who I meant. Yeah, okay. So he's definitely really talented. You guys have a lot of talent in that gym, man.
Yeah.
And
So
what's that been like working with like Ray Longo and those guys? Because obviously, the guy's a legend in mixed martial arts.
yeah, I mean, I've been working with him since I was a young kid, kickboxing with him on his kickboxing scene.
So you've been working with him since you were a young kid?
Yeah, I've been at the gym since I was like 14.
And what was like the link there? Or did you
Um,
just go did you just go one day yourself?
my mom knew someone in the neighborhood, West Hempstead, that was training at the time and had like 3 amateur fights. So yeah, my mom like gave me this guy's number. She's like, I know him. He's like he knows our cousin and stuff. Blah blah blah. So I was training like once a week with him, and that's where I met Ray Longo and everybody. Like he was like, "Oh, I'll take you to this gym," and it was Longo's, and I was like, I was walking up in there once a week training with my guy Frank. His name was.
That's quite the fucking connection right there. I got to say that your mom gave you. So
Yeah.
yeah. So it really did work out for you.
Yep.
Yeah, man. So that's another question, man, about Ray Longo. Something I always wanted to know, just watching from the sidelines, is a guy who just knows how to light a fire under his fighter's ass, for lack of a better word, really, right? Have you seen that firsthand where you're like, this guy's different from any other coach I had? Like, he knows how to motivate me.
Yeah. We had a good connection. I noticed he's not like the kind of trainer that like put too much on you or force you to do things. He's really good at like knowing where you belong and knowing like how far your work's taking you. He's not gonna like he's not gonna rush you into any situation. He's gonna play it smart. He's really good at playing it smart and watching you. He'll give you good tips. He's a good trainer for sure.
And
Best.
I'm sure getting a purple belt from Matt Serra's doesn't, I'm sure that doesn't help. That doesn't hurt either, right? It's got to be
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yep, Matt Serra's another one. He's always watching you roll when he's there. He's such great energy. And yeah, his energy is contagious. You always want it around you because it's positive.
Absolutely. And what's he like, rolling with a guy like that on the ground?
Matt is funny. Rolling with him is like a nightmare. He's heavy. He's just all on top of you, attacking Kimuras, probably making fun of you, joking with you while he's beating you up.
Matt seems like a
Uh,
really funny guy, right? From the Dana White shows and all that stuff. He seems like
yeah,
a fucking fun ass guy to be around.
he's
Yeah,
fun,
man.
man.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. So back to you. What do you make of the division that you're in, right? What do you make of the lightweight division? And how do you fit into the equation right now?
I think I'm doing good, man. If I just keep doing what I'm doing, just keep taking these guys out. I think I could be up there soon. I respect the guys, all these guys, and there's a lot of tough guys in at 155. So, but I've been doing it for so long, and I've been training for so long that like, how could I not be ready for these guys? So one step at a time, and I'll be ready to be fighting those top guys real soon.
Is there any matchup in the division, like stylistically, that gets you up, that excites you, like regardless of ranking and beef, any of that stuff? Is there just a guy that you're like, I really like to fight that guy?
Yeah, I mean, probably what's his name, the Magomedov guy, probably at the top.
Yeah.
The champ. He's 14-0. He's real good. So probably him. He's probably my toughest fight. But I like to go in there and take him out too. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. You sound like a guy who's ready to go, right? So you would be confident getting in there with like a top five guy, say within like the next year, 2 years.
Yeah, man. Whatever Bellator's got for me, I'm ready to take on anybody. So
Yeah. And you recently just signed a long-term deal, right, with Bellator. Do you see Bellator as like a permanent home for you in the future?
um yeah, just gonna take one step at a time and see where it goes with them. Just gonna keep
Absolutely.
on my fights, just keep trying to be impressive, keep trying to put on explosive shows and have them, make them happy, make the fans happy, make everybody happy. Just keep delivering these awesome fights. That's all I wanted to do. That's all I'm really focused on now.
How's your time been there at Bellator? Obviously, it's a much bigger stage, and you've been on right now in your career, working with Scott Coker, all that stuff. How's it been?
It's pretty good. I haven't really spoken to Scott really that much. I'm more like talking to like the other guys in the back, like Jane and all those guys. But they email me and tell me what I gotta do and stuff. I usually just see them when I get down there. I gotta fill a bunch of fighting stuff out, but I gotta get that out the way soon.
Yeah. So, do you, obviously you're a boxer, you have a boxing background, right? and it shows in your fights, right? That you're a very strong boxer. Something that you practice a lot, something you're very skilled at. Is it something that you hold a special place in your heart for among like all the disciplines at MMA?
Yeah, I mean, when I first started training, I was 14 with Longo, and the kickboxing I fell in love with the kickboxing. Then I realized the kickboxing, I'm like, I don't know what it was. Like I was fighting over there, but it's like something was up at the ring. It was like slippery. I couldn't even throw a kick if I wanted to. So I'm just like, ever since then, I'm gonna punch. Like I don't feel like I'm not gonna kick and slip or like I don't know. Whatever. Some with punching, it just came naturally. So then I had like 8 kickboxing fights. Then I wanted to go to boxing round to get my hands better, and then I got a bunch of boxing fights, and I got to box with some really great pros out of New York, some like the best guys in New York, some of the best amateurs, and I really got to see like how much of a science it is. I mean, I was in it for like 2 years, but I'm trying to get my boxing still on that level, even though I've left it. I'm still trying to get my boxing on that level. I picked up a lot of things. Like I got to like dip into that science and kind of like learn that boxing science. And I was really trying to get it. But I think my team wanted me to go to MMA, and that was the better route. So figured, I'm gonna go into MMA. I love jiu-jitsu, I love the wrestling, but I'm always gonna work my boxing. I always try to get that sharp and just keep that boxing science in my head and put that science into the cage to where these guys don't know what's going on. So be like Mayweather with the hands, you know?
Yeah, I mean that's everyone's goal, right? That guy might be the best, at least the best defensive boxer ever. So, yeah. Speaking of the boxing, then, I mean, it's obviously something that you like to do. Is this something you could ever see yourself doing down the line, or is it just strictly MMA?
Yeah, definitely. Like um I fought some I fought a kid that's doing really well in the pros. I keep saying this every interview. His name's Nikita White Chocolate. I fought him twice. He's doing his thing. He's looking really good in boxing. He's taking guys out, and they really like him. They're building him up well. He's got like a nice style about him. They're building
Yeah.
him up. So if I do my thing in Bellator, and I don't think they have a problem with crossing over. So
Hmm.
if I Bellator get a belt, maybe I'll cross over the boxing world, make a quick, big cash fight one of those guys. Because
Yeah, Bellator has been looks like they've been very flexible with fighters.
yeah, a lot of the guys I fought in amateurs, like another kid I fought, he's doing his thing in the boxing game too. So you never know. As I keep doing my thing, I'm gonna keep working on my boxing. So when I decide to go back there, it'll be for a big fight. That'll be ideal. That'll be awesome. That's definitely a possibility.
I would think that MMA boxing is different from just boxing, right? Like everything, the angles, everything, right? Because obviously for MMA, there's other factors that you have to take into account. Uh, is there a fine line? Because you did say you like to train for boxing still, right? And you would always want to be ready for an opportunity like that. Is there like a fine line between, like boxing, preparing for boxing, like for like an MMA fight as opposed to like a boxing match? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, that's true. It is like your sparring has to be a little different. Like you have to spar with boxers, obviously, and stuff. That's one thing, but the conditioning is kind of like it could be the same. Like I feel like some of the conditioning I do now, I would just do more what I do now, but maybe just a little more of it, depending how
Hmm.
long boxing matches. Like a 12-round fight is like pretty long, but
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I've trained all day, so I could be ready for that too. I'm Cardio with me is never an issue. Just maybe just learning more of the science, getting work with top guys in New York again, going out to these gyms in like Uniondale, Brooklyn, going out there, work with those guys. Because boxing gyms, they don't play, man. They don't even know what like light sparring is. You spar over there, trying to rip your head off. So I think I would want to get a guy who's really good, but like knows how to spar, not someone that's gonna try to kill me. Because you know what I mean. I want sparring should be fucking trying to kill everybody all the time.
Yeah, absolutely. And then, you said 12 rounds in boxing. Are you ready? I would imagine you're going to say, yeah, like 5 rounds in MMA is something you're ready for now, like
Yeah,
tomorrow, say.
I love the long distance game, man. I feel like I do better as the fight goes on.
It's ironic too because we haven't seen you in many fights that have gone long because you've ended it quick. So,
Yeah.
so that's funny. Yeah. So let me ask you. A lot of times, right, when a fighter like they'll take a loss or whatever. A lot of times when they were coming up, right, they were undefeated, whatever the case may be, they were on win streaks. They say that they felt like they were invincible. I don't know if you've ever heard of that before. Is there anything you take into account where you're like, all right, I'm undefeated, I'm good, but I'm still wearing 4 ounce gloves and fighting in a cage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like there's still things that I can't be caught. You know what I mean? I can't do too much.
Yeah, I think that's why I'm so good is because I don't even let overconfident like be a thing. I'm always very humble. I respect everybody I fight, and I just like you said, like 4 ounces. It's a game. It's a different game. But I don't know. I'm humble, but I just work super hard, and I just been blessed. Just getting blessed just by putting all this hard work in for so many years, and just having a good team around me, and just going out there and just having fun with it. Say fuck it. I'm just gonna give it my all. I don't really feel like overconfident ever. I'm always just like I'm gonna train my hardest, gonna give it my all, respect everybody. I'm gonna go in there and coming at you. I'm gonna try and kill you, but you know, it's a game. Gotta be smart. Putting
You feel like that's when you're at your best, when you're just having fun, like you're playing like a pickup game of basketball. Like that's when you're at your best, when it all comes naturally.
that science on them. Staying smart, put the pressure on, break them, take them out.
I hear you. So if I have a blueprint for you over the next 2 years, what would be the perfect plan for you?
For like
Just off the top of your head, like in terms of like fights and all that, like if Bellator came to you tomorrow and said, what would be the perfect blueprint for you over the next 2 years, or just yourself in a hypothetical world?
2 years. Um,
Because what are you, 26 now?
yeah.
Okay.
Uh, e- Either co-main event on a card like a co-main event or one more fight away from a title or a title. You never know. But I'm just taking one fight at a time.
Absolutely, man. Well,
Gotta
I think
stay.
that's a good closing point. And listen, thank you so much, Justin, for joining the show. And we'll be rooting for you in the future, man. Best of luck.
Thank you, man.